Late Night Health continues in about, 15 minutes or so. We're going to talk about rehabilitation with Sarah Kovac from Lakeview Health in Florida. And we'll be doing that in about 15 minutes from now here on Late Night Health. Right now, we're talking about diabetes with Dr. Jean-Louis-Selam. He is the director of the Diabetes Research Center in Southern California. And I think you're teaching at UCLA as well, aren't you, Doctor?
Yeah, no, USC.
Oh, USC. Ooh.
And in the past, UC Irvine.
Oh, okay. Got it. Because you're actually in Orange County, California, near Irvine.
Exactly.
Gotcha. All right, we're talking about a diabetic medicine for the people who really can't, who's even if they change lifestyle, it doesn't work for them.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
And that's really who Afrezza is geared for. And you were also saying, as we were ending our segment, that the drug is designed for active people. Why is that?
Because active people have a viable timing for meals, for physical activity, that does not go well with the rigidity of an injection. When you inject your insulin, it's done. It's done for the next hours. And so if you don't eat or if you don't exercise, that would be a problem. Okay? Whether with a fast, ultra-fast acting insulin just with a puff, then you can decide to snack at any time, or you can decide to exercise and avoid an excess of insulin by not puffing. So it really makes your life much easier, and therefore that's why I was saying that young type 1s are the best indication. But even type 2 are also active and would benefit of that. Now, I think the patient should understand that even with that insulin in type 1, the young type 1, they still need their nighttime injection. Okay, that Afrezza is just to cover the meals or the snacks.
It's not the overnight, the long-lasting.
Exactly. So instead of injecting 4 times a day, which is the fate of any type 1, they're injecting only 1 time a day, which is great. Okay?
Absolutely.
Now for type 2, at some point may need insulin because their oral drugs don't work, and at that point they may need 1, 2, 3, 4 injections, and that Afrezza would avoid those injections. So those type 2 are very enthusiastic too when we tell them that they would avoid to puncture 2-3 times a day.
I'm curious about something. I have diabetics in my family, and they will sit down and consume an apple pie, not a piece, but a whole apple pie or a whole blueberry pie, and say, I'll just take extra insulin. It's okay. Is that a stupid thing to do?
No, it's not stupid. It's appropriate. But the problem is that insulin always comes too late, because unless you are predicting like 30 minutes before what's going to be your snack and inject that insulin ahead of time, it would not synchronize with the absorption of the carbohydrates that are in the meal or in the snack, and therefore there is always a desynchronization, and that's why in a lot of diabetic patients, diabetes is not perfectly controlled. After meal peaks are very frequent, and even later after the meal, then the insulin is left on its own. There's no more carb in the blood, but there is now insulin acting, and that's why they're having low blood sugar episodes, hypoglycemia.
And then Afrezza can help reduce.
Exactly, because Afrezza works right away. Within, I think, the first 10 minutes, it peaks within 10 minutes. So it's, by the time food gets to your stomach, Afrezza is in the blood, ready to attack. That's the major reason why, from a medical point of view, inhaled insulins are better than injected. You see?
Wow, and that's a state-of-the-art delivery system that helps those who either can't change their lifestyle, don't want to,
right.
Because it is difficult.
Right.
And I'm trying to get on a regular exercise schedule, and it's hard. It's
right.
difficult.
Right.
It is difficult. Listen, if you want information about Afrezza, there's two ways to do it. You can go to Afrezza.com. That's AFREZZA, AFREZZA.com, or go to latenighthealth.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. We're going to have a picture, we think, of Dr. Selam in there, as well as some information about Afrezza, and you'll be able to learn more about it there, too. Doctor, thank you very much for joining us. We look forward to talking to you again soon sometime.
All right. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. I'm Mark Alyn. Coming up next, we're going to talk about rehab, state-of-the-art rehab, and some new things there with Sarah Kovac from Lakeview Health. Coming up next on Late Night Health. Don't go away. More coming up. Visit us at facebook.com/Late Night Health.